Good morning, everybody. Andy back at MN Motors and Sports. It is Saturday morning and it is 10 a.m. and it is another rain day. I don't know if you can see out the window there, but it's dreary. It's not horrible. It's just kind of a mist. It's kind of chilly, it's a little windy, but hey, we're going to be open until 3 o'clock today. The lot is full. We worked really hard this week to get some new inventory in. We've got a bunch more in reconditioning. So if you see something online that you like, please call us ahead time before coming in. We'll make sure that it's here. If it's not, we'll let you know. We'll make a plan. So this morning, I don't want to walk around outside and get wet to show you guys the new inventory. We'll be doing that next week. So today I want to talk a little bit about our trade-in process here at MN Motors and Sports. We've had a lot of people trading vehicles in, and a lot of people reaching out wanting to know what their trades are worth, and I want to take a couple minutes just to show you guys how the process works and how I'm able to get you the most for your trade-in. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to explain a little bit here in just a second. So what we're going to use today to find a trade value is actually a pickup truck that I'm leasing. It's a 2018 Ford F-150. It has about 20,500 miles or so on it. It's a nice truck. It's an XLT, does everything I need it to do, but we're going to pretend that I need to trade it in and, I don't know, maybe get like a sweet diesel Super Duty or something. So anyway, I'm going to flip the camera around, pulled up a couple screens, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do when we're looking at your trade-in is I want to go out, I want to see your vehicle in person. If I can't and you live too far away, please send a bunch of detailed photos. I want to know about any damages. I want to know about any wear and tear. All those types of things are going to help me get more for your vehicle. Also accessories, please let me know what you have for accessories and I'm going to be able to help you out and get you a little more as well. So we're going to pretend I walked around my own truck. Looked it over. It's not perfect. You know, it needs a good detail. I got a 2-year-old, of course. You can understand needs a detail. It also, there's a little dent on the hood. Happened on 4th of July. Some fireworks must have came crashing down in the yard. Anyway, so it needs a little bit of work, but mechanical-wise, it's in great condition. It's still under factory warranty, so I'm not too worried about that, but it's just not brand new. So the first thing that I did is I walked around it, looked it all over, I now have a good idea on what it's going to take in order to get it ready to sell to another customer. Then I'm going to come inside. There's a few things that I want to look at. The first is I want to look at the CARFAX report, okay? This is a CARFAX report on my truck. Obviously, it's a one owner, it's a lease. I've gotten regular oil changes. I stay on top of that. And you can kind of scroll through here. You can see, yes, I live in St. Joseph. You can just see everything about the vehicle. There are some recalls, not too worried about those because it is something that can be done at a Ford dealer for free. Now you can see up here at the top, this is a CARFAX history-based value report. It says $39,100. Now, sometimes this is an accurate number, at other times it is not. This time around it is not, and as I go and forward through this, you will understand and realize why this is not an accurate number. So, something to look at, but at the same time, don't necessarily take it into consideration until you've checked all avenues and done all your research. Just like you guys, when you're shopping, you want to know you're getting the best deal for the vehicle, and you want to know it's going to be a good vehicle and it's going to last you. You're not going to waste your money. It's going to be a good investment. We need to do the same thing when we're taking in trade-ins, and also when we go to sell that vehicle, we need to know what we're going to be able to sell it for, and at what point is it a good investment for a consumer. That's the biggest thing. It is not about what it is necessarily worth today. It's about what it's going to be worth to the consumer. So the first thing, obviously, look at the CARFAX report. Everything looks good there. Obviously, if it had any accidents, if it was a salvage title, that would obviously greatly depreciate it. If it was a flood vehicle, it'd be greatly depreciated. If it had a ton of owners, I'm not too worried about how many owners, but if it has a ton of owners, sometimes you get a little nervous, especially if they're flipping through it in a short amount of time. Maybe there's something wrong with the vehicle. There might be something I'm missing. Maybe I need to do a little more research. In this case, everything looks good. So next thing I want to look at, this is the NADA retail value of the vehicle. So obviously you got 2018 F-150. Now you can roll through here. Now I'm going to show you this. There's some numbers that matter and some numbers that don't. So I'll walk through it. So NADA shows us a rough trade-in, average trade-in, clean trade-in, and clean retail, okay? Depending on a consumer's credit report, these are the numbers that a lender is going to use when deciding how much money to borrow against a vehicle, okay? These numbers do not have a whole lot to do with what the vehicle is actually worth, but instead, how much money can someone finance against the vehicle? So we're going to take a look at these numbers so you can see here the rough trade-ins, 30,300, clean is 32, or average 32,075, clean 33,5, and clean retail is 37,8. Again, these numbers are not always perfectly accurate, so something to look at, take into consideration, but do your research. So you can see there, if someone came about onto my lot and wanted to finance this vehicle with no money down, I would be able to, with good credit, say, or on approved credit, I should be able to borrow roughly $37,800. If it's a little trickier credit, they might go here off of the clean trade-in instead. It all depends on the lender. Obviously, it's a big difference. It's a $4,300 swing. So again, something to keep in consideration, but does not necessarily give us a value of the vehicle. Next thing I want to look at is Kelley Blue Book. The reason I want to look at Kelley Blue Book is because this is what other consumers are looking at. Kelley Blue Book is very well known for consumers. There are some lenders that use it. However, it's more important on the consumer side of things. We all want to get a good deal on a vehicle. We all want to pay a fair price, which is completely understandable. I am the same way. And obviously, we all want to take a look at what Kelley Blue Book is. So you can see the trade-in range on Kelley Blue Book is between $28,000 and $31,000. So the next thing that I want to show into, again, this is another number just to keep into consideration, but this is going to be what's most important. Here I went on to cars.com. You could do the same thing on Auto Trader, Car Guru, so on and so forth. And this, what I did was I pulled up F-150s. I searched within 250 miles, so there's going to be a lot of them to compare to. I looked at just 2018 Ford F-150 XLTs. I didn't set a specific price or anything. Obviously, mine is backup camera remote start. There's a few things that I want to kind of like pick out because some are really stripped down. Some have a lot of options. I want to get some that have similar options. You know, I don't want to compare apples to oranges. I want to make sure it's crew cab because it is a crew cab. That makes a big difference in value if it's an extended or a regular. And then obviously it only shows four-wheel drive vehicles available. And I selected 6 cylinders because mine is a 3.5 liter 6-cylinder EcoBoost. So to go through these, I sorted them by lowest to highest. Obviously, when we're shopping, we want to save as much money as we can. Most consumers are going to look for the lower price ones, but keep into consideration miles. Now, this one's only listed for $26,000, which is a lot less than the numbers that we saw, but it's a lot less because it has 4 times the miles. So I'm going to scroll down here until I find a vehicle that has similar miles. This one here is coming in at Mills. It's pretty similar with 36,000 miles. It's still about 16,000 more than ours. They're asking 30,980. We'll go down. Now we're getting into the 20s. So now here we got 26 and 29. Another one at 27. So we're just kind of getting into that 32, 33 mark. Here's one here that really makes a big difference. This one with 16,000 miles is listed for 33,000, okay? Now, if I was a consumer and you as a consumer, as you're shopping for trucks similar to mine, this is what you're going to see. And obviously, you're going to want this range is, you know, you should pay roughly 33,000. So there's really our biggest thing. So this is what's most important about bidding trades, okay? I'll handle that in a second. If the market supports $33,000, obviously we can't pay what NADA was saying is $33,000 because I need to make a little bit of profit and we need to be able to fix that vehicle up. I can't pay necessarily what KBB or close to what KBB is, I suppose. And obviously, I'm not going to be able to sell it for what CARFAX said it was. $39,000 is outrageous. That's way too expensive. I wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it. Who would? So just wanted to break things down, give you an idea on how I get you the most for your vehicle. It's not specifically set off of a specific book value or a specific number that's set in stone, but instead, what is going to be fair for a consumer to pay for it, and what is it going to take to get it to the thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I got a call that's coming in. I'm going to handle that right now. And please check us out online at mymnmotors.com. Give us a call if you have any questions, 320-247-4050. If you have a trade-in and you don't have the time to come in, just message me a bunch of photos and information. I'd be happy to get things started and help you out. So again, have a great day. We're here till, just please give me a call ahead of time. We'll make sure the vehicle's here for you. Take care.